Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to cheese VOLTAI The Accumulator in Another Crab's Treasure. So this is if you don't want to bring out the gun and beat her legitimately. So the best strategy is to make sure that you avoid the attacks where she hits her chin down. We're going to be using the rubber band here, and I have a video on how to get the rubber band, so I'll have a link in the description if you need help with that. But the rubber band is going to make it so that those electric attacks don't deal any damage to us, making this fight a whole lot easier. I also recommend having the lamp-free stowaway there that's going to restore health, so if you do get hit, you can just restore your health without having to use a heart kelp pod. Now, this boss fight is quite challenging if you don't have the rubber band, so definitely bring this to the battle. You can still get hit by her chins. I had comment on a previous video saying that she is still dealing damage to them, but she will. You just have to avoid the physical attacks. Now, the one attack in particular that's a little bit tricky to deal with is the one right here where she brings out the thing she doesn't know what it does. So that will hit you, so you can just run back. It doesn't have a great range on it, so I found a good strategy was to jump back, do the jump heavy attacks, and then attack her when you can. Now, you can't break her posture, so that's a really good strategy for some bosses that we can't apply to VOLTAI. So with this fight, it's really just about keeping your distance and knowing the attacks. There's certain openings for some of these attacks where you can get in, and she's usually pretty easy to see when she's going to do an attack because she'll raise her head up. When she does that, it's time to back away. Now this here, you have to jump on top of the toast and then on top of the toaster. So it can be a little tricky to get the jumps down pat, but she'll also try to attack you there, so you can use your shield. I got lucky that I got knocked back onto the piece of toast there, but she'll take a few hits from that, and then she's going to move back around. So we got her down to half health already, but I found the second half's a little bit easier. She does bring down poison onto the ground, so you do have to watch out for that. Ideally, the best phase would be to have her here using the hairdryer, since that ranged attack doesn't even hurt our character. Also, if you do use Mantis Punch in this fight, you have to do it from close range, and I found it gets a little bit of a somewhat stagger break there because she doesn't attack after being hit by it. But if you use the Mantis Punch anywhere else in the room, it's actually going to teleport you to the middle of the room, so I would recommend only using that at close range. And in the second phase, you do have to stay up close to her or stay on these little platforms here, and you can use the tissue to replenish your stamina or your poison bar there, so whenever you do get hit with poison, you can use the tissues to get rid of it with the cleanse. Now, she's pretty easy to parry there, so that is kind of the strategy there. And I used the Mantis Punch again, but unfortunately it had a big knockback. But as you can see, she stops attacking whenever it's being used. So yeah, that is the best strategy to take down VOLTAI The Accumulator in Another Crab's Treasure. If you found this video useful, please hit the subscribe button below. Thank you so much for watching.